Hello and welcome. Assalamu alaikum. You're watching Greenwich Live Sessions. This is your host Umar Khan, and I'm back with another session, another guest. And yet again, I'm very excited for today's show because the guest I'm about to introduce is a proud Greenwich alumna. She was also I was in the class with her as well. साथ पढ़ भी चुके हैं, and now उनके बारे में कुछ मज़ीद बताऊंगा. But first, let me welcome Zarminah Taimoor. So she's with us. She is the CEO and founder of the Yoga Shed. She's a fitness and yoga trainer, and she also has an experience with the banking field as well. So welcome to the show, Zarminah. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, I'm good.
Thank you for joining and thank you for taking our time. I know you have a busy schedule with lots of yoga classes all around the day. So, first of all, tell me, we all are stuck in this COVID situation and, everything's all messed up. So, how has life and work affected you when it comes to the whole COVID situation? And how have you adapted accordingly?
I always wanted to do my online yoga sessions, so it was like a dream come true and like an opportunity for me to go international and virtual. So it has affected me in a very positive and good way.
Okay, so blessing in disguise. That would be that if I say that.
Kind of.
Right. So basically, you were a banker. You've been into the banking field for a while. So what made you switch towards the whole yoga field?
Well, I just wanted more time, especially for my daughter. And I couldn't do 9 to 6 corporate job. So I'm happy. I always wanted to do this while I was a banker as well, but I couldn't manage the time. So especially after my daughter, I decided to take it seriously and turn it into my profession. So yeah.
So how does it feel, from a 9 to 5 banker to a yoga trainer? It's one place it's very stressful and very time consuming. You have to follow the rules. On the other side, it's all relaxing and you're doing things your way. So there's no comparison. With on one side there's banking, the whole boring thing, and then yoga, something very spiritual and physical. So how do you compare the two?
See, there is no comparison between banking and yoga or any other work. I think work is work, whether it's banking, whether it's yoga, whether it's teaching, whether it's medicine, whatever. Work is work. You cannot say this work is good and this work is not good. You have to give your 100% wherever you are. So this is, like I said, for me a dream come true. It's more of a passion, not a work. I look forward to it. I look forward to my yoga classes, my yoga practice. So yeah, no comparison between work.
Right, absolutely. So just talk us through the whole journey, you shifting towards the whole yoga thing, because I think it's something that comes from within. And as you said, that it's your passion. And whenever you follow your passion and do what you love, it's something that, you cannot compare with anything. The feeling is just amazing. So now just talk us through when this interest of yoga developed within you and when you thought of that I should do this professionally.
It goes back to my university days when I did not have the time to go to gym or anything. So I would just practice yoga in my room, and it became a daily habit for me. And
Right.
then I decided to pursue it as my profession. But due to lack of time, I could not manage. I could not multitask because I would get off really late by 8 o'clock, and I always wanted to do this, and now I'm here. Especially, like I said, after my daughter, I started taking it seriously. Even after I left banking, I wasn't taking it seriously. I was just, doing yoga classes here and there. And now I feel that every girl, every woman, every mother should work and be a role model for their children. So,
True.
yeah,
I
my
totally
daughter is
agree.
inspiration.
Yeah, in fact, I have a very cute picture of your daughter. Here she is, mashallah. and that's Zarminah with her daughter. It's something, very inspirational, especially being a mother and then working, managing home and work all together and doing it all in a very nice way. And especially this COVID situation when everything was at home and everyone, everything was getting to nerves. So all the mothers out there, a big salute to all of them, who are just managing things brilliantly. So we know that you're a certified yoga trainer now. So where did you get your training from, and where did you get your certified yoga stamp?
Okay, so I went to Bali for my basic 200-hour yoga certification. And after that, I started in my classes. Then I did a couple of other certifications, and I had plans to travel this year, but due to the COVID-19, I have to postpone it. So probably let's see when now.
Right. And they say that yoga, brings lots of discipline to your life, and you become fit, you eat well, you sleep well, you feel good about yourself. So, how true is that, and how has yoga changed you as a person?
Well, being a yoga teacher does not mean that it's you have to be like super disciplined and super calm and stuff like that. After all, yoga teachers are like humans, so yeah. But it does make a difference in your life. Like, it makes you more aware of your mind and your body and your soul being on the same page, and it makes you more kinder, more patient. So yeah, that's the
Right.
thing.
So I'll just share a quick few pictures. And in fact, I'll also share a link of Zamina's Instagram. Is there right in the comments? You can just go in the comments and see that link as well. So if you want to follow Zamina and all the work that she's been doing, if you want to join her classes, you can do that through her Instagram. That is, you can just search Zarminah Taimoor and you'll find her. I'll just share some pictures that will motivate you even more. Zarminah in action. So that's like one of the pose, and it's really difficult to achieve this with all of your body weight on your two hands. So just talk us through this whole pose that we're seeing on screen.
Okay, so doing a pose takes a lot of visualization, it takes a lot of practice, a lot of study, I would say. It's not just that you see a pose and then you just get into it. So
Right.
yeah, each post on my profile has been through a lot of visualization, a lot of time, and I feel it's kind of very expensive for me to give out my time to shooting videos and stuff on my page. But this pose is side crow. It's a variation for crow pose, and it's really good for shoulders and increase in strength, upper body, and balance, most importantly. But uh, it's not easy because I thought I could never do
Indeed,
this.
it's not easy. I'll share a few other poses which I think that if many people try, they're going to rip themselves apart. Especially this one. This is the full stretch. I've usually seen this one in the karate movies. I've never tried it, and no, neither can I nail it. But hats off to you. Like, how difficult is it, to be so much flexible and do the whole full stretch?
Well, for this one as well, I thought I could never do it. But I studied with practice. It's like what you put your will towards it, you do it. Like you just have to say your mind. You just have to tell the mind that you have to do this, and your mind will automatically make way for you to get you to do that thing. So that's how it happened, and it took me for every pose that you see on my profile, which includes the headstand. I think it took me 3 months max, but daily practice and study.
Indeed, practice may matters a lot. So that's you doing the headstand, and I'll just ask you for how long can you stay in that pose?
Okay, so you can stay up to a minute, and it's actually so good because it increases your blood flow to the brain, which increases your focus, it increases your concentration, and so many other benefits it has. And this is what motivated me to do yoga because when the benefits I saw of yoga poses were not just of physical but also internal benefits, like internal organs के benefits, and then joints के ऊपर जो उसके benefits हैं. So the benefits of yoga actually motivated me to pursue it as a profession and share with others what I've learned and help others doing it. So yeah.
Right. So there's this myth, and since you're here and you're all the yoga expert now, so there's lots of questions, basic questions that people have in their mind, and lots of I say misunderstandings that people say that when you're young, 5, 8, 10, that's the time when you're very flexible, and that's when you should start. So many people, who wants to do yoga in their mid 30s, 40s, 50s, they think that we cannot do the full stretch and the poses that I shared. So, is it necessary that you start early? Because if I start right now, so I know my body is not that flexible. I cannot even, reach my toes directly without bending my knee. So, how difficult is it to, to reach this full stretch poses and be flexible again if you start late in your 30s, 40s, and so on?
See, like I said, that flexibility is not a prerequisite for yoga. It's about the effort and the time you are willing to put into it. So even if you are like above 30 or even I know 50 years people they do yoga and they do so well. So it's all in your head. If you want to do something, you just tell your mind that this has to happen, it does happen. So
Right.
there's no age limit for anything.
So, how much time will it take for me to do this full stretch? Because I really want to do this in my lifetime. Like the Karate Kid.
Yeah, because I already had a karate student, and she was a karate champion, and she's also on my Instagram. She's been a world champion of karate, and she was coming to my classes. She even sent me a review. So she could not do this, and she was like, "I need to learn this from you." And I said it's all about the dedication and the will that you have. So obviously एकदम से तो आप करेंगे तो आपको इंजरी हो जाएगी. You
बिल्कुल.
can't do that. योगा के जो पोजेज हैं they can cause इंजरी अगर आप सही तरीके से गाइडेंस के साथ ना करें. तो for this pose depends on you. कुछ लोग होते हैं जिनकी बॉडी नहीं बनी होती ऐसे कि वो पोज कर सकें. और
Right.
कुछ लोग होते हैं जिनकी बॉडी ऑटोमेटिकली फ्लेक्सिबल होती है तो वो कर लेते हैं. So
Yeah.
you can start off practicing this. You can YouTube it and maybe just Pinterest it. You will get all the ideas. Maybe you can start with half split. I would say half split से आप start करें blocks के साथ और support के साथ.
Right.
मैंने
I
भी अपनी
remember. I remember back in my teens when I used to do karate, so I was quite flexible back then, and I used to try this full stretch. I used to do it to a not a 90-degree angle exactly, but I was somewhat close to it. But now, even if I try, I cannot even do half of it that I used to do. But then
okay.
again, things come with time. Yeah.
So the key over here is कि आपके जो knees हैं वो अक्सर लोगों के बहुत stiff होते हैं. Even in this split stretch इसमें knees जो हैं open होने बहुत ज़रूरी हैं. So जो human emotion होता है वो knees में होता है, shoulders में होता है, jaw में होता है. So जो आपके knees हैं उसमें बहुत सारा fear होता है. you know
Right.
that's why maybe you cannot straighten your leg because you're holding a lot of fear in your knee and maybe a lot of anxiety as well. So yoga mein yahi chीज है कि you have to let go. It's yoga is not just about the physical exercise, it's about the mind. It's a mind science आपको. तो
Exactly.
उसमें आपको let go करना है सिर्फ अपनी बॉडी का नहीं but all the negativity and
Yeah.
anxiety ये सारे emotions होते हैं. ये आप जब तक लेट गो नहीं करेंगे आपकी ब्रीदिंग बिल्कुल प्रॉपर नहीं होती. यू कैन नॉट गेट इनटू अ सर्टेन पोज. So
Indeed.
the yoga posture is linked to all of this, the emotions that you have inside, your breath control, and your mind. Like I feel at times, ये एक human nature है fear. I feel at times मुझे कोई ऐसी अगर कोई चीज हो जिसमें I would be anxious or I would worry, तो मैं headstand नहीं कर पाऊंगी क्योंकि मेरे
Right.
अंदर वो इमोशंस चल रहे होंगे, सो आई वुडंट बी एबल टू डू इट। तो इस वजह से मैं अपने आप को नेगेटिविटी, वरी, ये ड्रामा, इन चीज़ों से दूर ही रखती हूँ। देन ऑब्वियसली आई हैव टू डू योगा एज वेल।
Especially during these testing times of COVID, where everyone is in a panic state, people are getting frustrated, they don't have much to do. I think yoga is something that one should practice at their homes. You don't need equipment; all you need is good guidance, proper guidance, and you can do that. I'll also share it on the screen. You can contact Zarminah as well. Zarminah is training all the females right now, so all the females out there only. You can contact Zarminah on her Instagram. That's right there on the screen. You can search for Zarminah Taimoor. That's the spelling right there on the screen, and you can contact her. You can look at her videos and all the things that she does. In fact, I'll share a picture of one of your classes where there's lots of this was post COVID, before COVID, and here we can see lots of ladies in action doing that yoga thing. And I totally agree with the point that the yoga is not just about your physical condition, your whole emotional state, your whole mental state. It's all counted, and even you can grow in your spirituality phase as well by practicing yoga.
Absolutely, because now I feel that spiritual part is also important, as it gives you more joy and more bliss and happiness when you are spiritually content in your life. And how do we get spiritually content? Is obviously we pray, and we do good, we spread good, we love unconditionally, and we do kind acts, so on. Yeah.
Right. Indeed, I totally agree to that. So we'll also talk through, some of awareness and health tips regarding yoga as well for the people, so that they can also develop interest and move towards the yoga side, because I think it's a life-changing experience. And as you said that it releases all the stress and everything. So a yoga practitioner is a person who just gives that aura of positivity. They have this own peace on their face and their life and everything, and that is what yoga brings to the plate. So let's just talk about your Greenwich memories. You did your bachelor's from Greenwich, you did your master's from Greenwich. We even were in the course, many courses together in our masters. When we look back at your student life journey starting from the bachelor side, so what memories comes to your mind when we talk about days?
It's always good memories because I do miss university a lot, because right now I've got responsibility, I've got my own work which has more discipline, and I have a child to look after, a house to look after. Back when I was carefree without any responsibility, I just had to study. So I definitely miss that time, especially my MBA, because we used to have those evening classes, and me with my friends, after the class we would go out for a dinner, maybe just stop by to Jinsoy or Sandals and have food and then go home. So yeah, I miss my university life. It's true that university life is good.
Indeed, I'll share some pictures from your student life and your graduating days as well. This was back on the graduation ceremony of your bachelor's. This was, I believe, in 2013, if I'm not
Yeah.
wrong. That's you, and then that's a compilation of your friends as well. So, can you name your friends? I can see Zara Aziz, I believe, and a few more, because and I can also see. All right, yes. So, कौन कौन दिख रहा है आपको?
You must be knowing my friends already. Because Farah Khan is my best friend, and Saman Kazmi is my best friend, and
Yeah.
I was very good terms with everybody. Zara Aziz and even Lareb Khan, he was coming to my classes, and then I was like good terms with them.
Yeah, so I'll just share this picture as well. That's you getting your master's degree. So, how does it feel walking down the stairs, because the Greenwich whole memories from Greenwich, and especially the convocation of Greenwich, it's one of its kind. So, what was the feeling climbing down the stairs and walking that red carpet, and then climbing up and looking at the crowd and everything? So, how was the feeling of that convocation?
It was really good. It was something very different, but at the same time, I was a bit nervous though. It was a different feeling, like a bit of nervousness and a bit of happiness, and a mixture of everything, a bit of fear.
Hmm.
So yeah.
In fact, I'll share a picture that there was this event at Greenwich, and this was all of our group. That's me in the middle in the most funkiest way, with all the face painting and all. And there you are, right beside me, and the whole gang that we had. So lots of activities used to happen in the days. Some melas, carnivals, and all the projects that we used to do in the marketing courses. So, what practical learning do you think you learned from Greenwich doing all those practical things and tasks that our teachers used to give us?
See, one thing that I learned from Greenwich is doing your own business, doing your own thing. And the other thing I learned from Greenwich was the teamwork that we used to do in projects. It was really good. And the teachers, they were very cooperative. There were so many good teachers. I just can't name only a few because every other teacher had that aura and had that, you know, uh, different personality from the
Mm,
other. And even the principal, he has been like, unlike other principals who are kind of scary and stuff, the principal is so calm, Mrs. Seema Moghal. And even the faculty have been really cooperative and friendly and such a relaxed environment compared to other universities. So it was a great time.
Yeah, I'll add on some more comments, and then we'll talk about the memories as well. So we have with us Fatma Jafri, and she says, "Wish you success, Zamine." And Imran Sheikh is with us. He says, "MashaAllah." And Fatma asks, "Do come up with your yoga tips on your Instagram for young ones. My 5-year-old wants to do yoga. So, is there any different set of skills for uh, young ones who
Yes,
want to?"
absolutely. Because yoga has different segments. There are yoga for kids, yoga for pregnancy, yoga for cancer patients. So, in my power yoga class, I can't ask pregnant women to come and do it. It will be different. So even for kids, there are certain poses that they should be doing, and then there are certain poses that they should not be doing. Like for example, the breathing poses we don't make the kids do in yoga. So they will just do the simple basic yoga stretching and exercises, but not too intense because their
Right.
bones are soft. And but if a kid really gets into it, so like they can learn everything from this part.
Indeed. So you mentioned yoga for pregnant women. This is something that needs a lot of awareness, because there are many females out there, and pregnancy is a very difficult thing and difficult phase, especially if you're having a first child. So how does yoga helps, and how can a woman staying at home can watch some videos or follow some yogi online, and just talk us through, because you also spend that time and you're also a mother now, mashallah. So how did yoga help you during your pregnancy?
सी प्रेगनेंसी एक ऐसा टाइम होता है कि ऑलरेडी आपके हॉर्मोन्स और इमोशंस इनबैलेंस हुए हुए होते हैं यू वांट पीपल टू पैम्पर यू वांट टू बी अराउंड हैप्पी पीपल हैप्पी एनवायरनमेंट सो जॉइनिंग द योगा क्लास वुड बी द बेस्ट थिंग दैट यू कुड डू फॉर योरसेल्फ एंड योर बेबी बिकॉज वो सारी मदर्स होती हैं and then you can see, and it also helps me personally. It helped me a lot because I had some issues during my second semester, like backache, general backache. But then when I started my yoga classes, I was totally fit. Even till 9 months, I was going to my friend's sister's wedding, and this was all because of yoga. Or I would say it was just that I had this thing that I want to be active for my baby because pregnancy में एक चीज कहते हैं कि आप ये नहीं करें वो नहीं करें बस बैठ जाए तो फिर
Correct.
आपका जो बेबी वो भी तो वैसे ही होगा, लेजी और जैसे लेथार्जिक और स्टफ। तो जितना आप एक्टिव होगे, योगा से तो आपका माइंड भी नरिश होता है, तो जितनी आपकी अच्छी एक्टिविटी होगी, जितना आपका अच्छा फोकस होगा, जितने आप खुश होगे, तो वो सारी चीजें आपके बेबी में आएंगी। सो इट्स गुड फॉर योर बेबी एज वेल। तो आप
Wow.
वो एक्टिविटीज करें अपनी प्रेगनेंसी में, अपने माइंड को, बॉडी को आपको नर्चर करें, कि जो आगे वाली जनरेशन है उसके लिए भी अच्छा।
I can totally relate to this because I never got pregnant, but my sister did. She has a baby, and she was a working woman, and she worked all entire 9 months. And my niece is so super active relating to the thing that you said, that she was traveling during this time, she was working, and that baby, that she does not sit for a second, and that is all because she was my sister was very active during that time. So a strong recommendation for all those females out there for having their babies, the first baby especially. Keep yourself active. Try and do yoga. Stay connected. Watch videos so that it's easy for you. And this is something that we should spread a lot of awareness about because as you said कि बहुत से लोग कहते हैं कि जी बैठ जाओ काम नहीं करो कुछ वजन नहीं उठाओ ये नहीं। तो ये misconception है and we have to clear that.
एब्सोल्युटली, बिकॉज बाहर तो डॉक्टर्स जो हैं वो रिकमेंड करते हैं कि आप कोई प्रेगनेंसी योगा करें या आप थोड़ी बहुत वॉक किया करें और लाइट एक्सरसाइज करें। सो इट्स ऑलवेज गुड टू बी एक्टिव, नॉट जस्ट फॉर योर बॉडी बट ऑल्सो फॉर योर माइंड।
Right. And it's really important to stay calm, especially during those mood swings that you mentioned. So let's just come back to our student life memories. You said that lots of teachers impacted your life, but I'd like to ask you that who was the toughest one that you remember that I got a C in that course and I flunked in that course, something like that.
Well, the toughest course I found was cost accounting. So I
And
had to do
was
that.
that Sir Javed Muslim?
Yes, although he wasn't a strict teacher or anything, but his, teaching method, the course itself was very strict.
Hmm.
So I just could not get that. And then there was Miss Sharmeen Lari. She was a
Oh.
sweetheart. So I
Indeed.
never, I never flunked her course, but
Hmm.
I felt that it was a challenge to
Hmm.
get through her courses.
Like
She would give
I never got a chance to take any course from Ma'am Sharmeen Lari or Sir Abdullah Diwan, but I've heard a lot about it. My classmates used to be in those courses. I don't know why. Somehow I did not just made it through them. And you mentioned Sir Javed Muslim is one of my personal favorite teachers. As much as I hate all the numbers courses, the accounts and everything, but I have huge respect for Sir Javed Muslim, and he's a thorough gentleman, a thorough professional, and I learned a lot from him. Not just the accounting part, but lots about life. The exposure that we get from our teachers and even the visiting faculty, they're all professionals from the field. So, how much does that help for the students to learn, and develop and make decisions regarding their careers?
It did help me a lot. Like Salman Mustafa is, I don't know if he's still teaching or not,
Hmm.
but these teachers, they guide you generally as well, not just because of the studies and related to the papers. They tell you general, like guidance for life as well. So I feel that Salman Mustafa was of great help, guiding me
Hmm.
professionally,
Hmm.
guiding us, the entire class. And then there was who else? I can't recall right now. But Sir Abdullah Diwan was fun, but a lot of work. So a lot of consumer behavior,
Lots of practical work with all those huge events that he.
practical work. Yes. And I can't remember the names because I did my BBA from Greenwich, and there were, some teachers of business communication and mass communication, which I can't recall the names, but they were all really good.
Indeed,
So
indeed. I totally agree to that. And in fact, there's so many memories. So let's just say some memories with your buddies because we all know that you were always the calm sort. I know you were never very, naughty or something like that. But any memorable memory that, you can look back and laugh upon.
well, I made up my mind before doing my BBA that मैं यूनिवर्सिटी मस्ती नहीं करने जा रही पढ़ने जा रही हूँ. So I used to keep myself away from the entertainment and just focus on the studies to get good grades. First semester, you know what happened? I was so involved कि अच्छा events हो रही हैं. मैं बाहर से अपने friends को बुलाना शुरू हो गई थी जो मेरे friends का group है. And I wasn't
Yeah.
studying. सबसे दोस्तियाँ कर रही हूँ. Group में canteen में बैठी हुई हूँ. So I didn't get good grades.
Okay.
And in first semester BBA. उसके बाद I decided, I said कि although I passed all my courses, but वो मुझे final में बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ी थी. उसके बाद मैंने decide किया कि बस अब सिर्फ पढ़ना है यूनिवर्सिटी में. And back of the mind, I had this thing कि if my parents are paying for me, so why should I waste their money? Enjoyment, सारी चीजें अपनी जगह पे हैं, but if your parents are paying for you, because they were, I wasn't on a scholarship या मैं खुद अपने आप को support नहीं कर रही थी. So I had this thing कि मैं उनके पैसे क्यों waste करूँ? I have to, and मुझे था कि बस C ना आ जाए, B आ जाए बेशक, तो C ना आए.
Right.
So although my friends they were on scholarship, Sabine, my best friend, so वो throughout scholarship पे रही है MBA में, and I've known other girls there as well. But I was never a nerd. But
Hmm.
yeah, I managed good grades.
Yeah, you
Nothing.
know, because and you were always, as I said, you were the calm sort, but as compared, if I talk about myself, if you remember me from the class, what memories do you have? I was always the one, up to something or doing something, this or that in the class. So do you have any memories regarding that, of how I used to act and behave around the campus back in my school days, college days?
Uh, because while I was doing my MBA, you started BBA, right? I don't remember about the BBA. You weren't there in BBA,
No, I
but
was in,
MBA.
yeah, we did our MBA together.
Yes. So in MBA, like Tuba and everybody, so
Oh,
they
that's
they you guys started together, and I was a bit early. I was with Fatma and Aisha.
yeah,
So मैंने एक सेमेस्टर पहले मैंने स्टार्ट कर दिया था. मेरा जो ग्रुप था वो आयशा, वो जो फिलिपिनो, फातिमा, उनके साथ मेरा ग्रुप हुआ करता था. एंड देन देयर वाज फैजान एज वेल एंड स्टफ. उसके बाद आप लोगों का ग्रुप बन चुका था. फरा उसमें आई थिंक तूबा, आप, निदा एंड शुमाइला, जवेरिया. सो
yeah.
बिकॉज फरा एंड भी फिर मेरी थोड़ी बहुत दोस्तियां हुई थी. And then we were working together in projects as well. But I can't remember anything like that about you.
Okay, but I'll tell you something that I remember about you. This was back around good 15 18 years. That I know your younger brother. We used to play together, and we were playing back when we were 11 12. And then there you came in to pick him up, and we were playing with the hard ball. And you said that I want to play cricket as well, and I want to bat, and I was bowling fast with the cock ball. And then you were like, no, I will bat. And I told you that you'll get hurt, but you said, no, I will bat. And then you took the bat without any protection of pads or anything. You just stood there and batted. And I made sure that I would hit your leg with that cock ball, but I was unable to because you batted well and somehow you saved yourself. If you remember that, that was good 15, 18 years back.
Yes, I used to play a lot of cricket, especially with my brother. So I was into a lot of sports. बचपन से ही I was a swimmer. I would say मुझे tennis का भी था, badminton का भी, cricketer भी. So today here I am doing yoga because बचपन से I had this thing कि sports के अंदर and था तो I would want every other girl to be in sports. I mean something or the other, badminton हो या tennis, या table tennis हो. It keeps you, mentally active. It gives
Very
you a challenge.
indeed.
So,
I totally agree to that because I myself, have been a sportsman. I played national level, so I can totally understand. It brings lots of discipline to your life, and मैं सिंपली यही कहूंगा जितने लोग हैं कि कोई ना कोई लड़का हो लड़की हो मेल फीमेल और एनी एज जस्ट हैव सम एक्टिविटी इन लाइफ सम फिजिकल मूवमेंट कोई भी स्पोर्ट हो कुछ भी हो योगा हो एक्सरसाइज हो भले ब्रिस्क वॉक हो आजकल साइकिलिंग लोग बड़ा कर रहे हैं ड्यू टू द कोविड एंड इट्स अ वंडरफुल थिंग टू डू कुछ ना कुछ एक्टिविटी रखें दैट कीप्स यू एक्टिव इट कीप्स यू फ्रेश एंड एज मीने सेड कि मेंटली आप बड़े फ्रेश रहते हैं एंड वंस यू आर फिट मेंटली you're stress free everything around, it comes in place and it affects your life in a very positive way. So thank you so much, Zarmine, for being with me.
उमर के एग्जाम से पहले मैं हमेशा अपना योगा सेशन करती थी. So it would give me that focus and concentration in the paper. तो जब भी पेपर का टाइम होता था उससे 2 घंटे पहले मैं अपनी योगा कर लेती थी 30-40 मिनट्स की. तो
Okay.
उससे मेरा फोकस ज्यादा हो जाता था पेपर की तरफ. एंड यू नो इट मेड मी really do well in my papers.
I was
So
the opposite way. I used to party, all night before the paper day, and right 30 minutes before the exam, I just used to pick up the notes and just go through them. And somehow I used to give papers, and I ended up with 22 A's. So a different thing works for different people. But then again, that's Zarmina's Instagram right there on the screen. You can just search for Zarminah Taimoor on Instagram, and all the females out there who wants to join her, who wants to learn from her, can just search her and just message her, hit her up, look at her videos and the pictures, and the whole life-changing journey that she's working on for the past few years. And it's a wonderful experience. One should always try yoga. I'll also try and work upon my full stretch move that I never did. So Samita, thank you so much. And before leaving, I'd like to ask you, how was your experience here at being at Crash Live Sessions today?
it's amazing. I would be really happy if some of the students would, approach me. I'm giving Zoom classes online, and even ask me for a trial, 2 or 3 trial classes. I'm happy to volunteer for Greenwich University as well. And it's always a pleasure to, be a part of Greenwich. So
Hmm.
yeah.
All right. And in the end, one word for the whole entire Greenwich family.
One word. This is a difficult question, but let me think. Um, um, just stay happy.
Okay. After thinking so much, I thought something good would be coming, and after all that time, stay happy. I'll take that.
The best thing I can think of, happiness, because this is so important. A lot of times people are just putting on fake smiles and they just plaster the smile and they're not happy from within. So, you can be in a palace and not be happy. At the same time, you can be in one room or a cave and be happy. So, that's one thing I would always give advice to anybody, that be happy. If something does not make you happy, then move away. Go to
I
some place that makes you happy.
I would agree to that, and I would add on a few more things about happiness. That happiness is something that is within yourself. So if you keep on finding happiness, outside, you will never find it. But if you try and find it within yourself, you'll always find happiness. You'll always find satisfaction, and happiness is a mind state. If you relate or connect your happiness with materials, things, or people, you will, you cannot stay happy for a longer time. But if you find happiness with the little things, the true essence of life, that is family, love, good sleep, a nice walk, so things like that, that brings you closer to life. I think you'll always be happy, you'll always be fresh, and you'll always be a better version of yourself. So thank you so much, Zamine. Stay safe, stay blessed,
Uh,
and keep doing the wonderful work that you're doing.
Thank you so much, Umar.
You're most welcome. Right, guys. So you heard Zarminah Taimoor, जो कि ग्रेनिच की एक alumna भी हैं, banker रही अपने initial career में, and then she is now a certified yoga trainer, or yoga classes अब कराती हैं. And as I shared on screen as well, कि you can search her on Instagram, और सिर्फ female classes हैं. So guys, sorry, but it's only for females. So all the females out there who wants to join Zarminah for her yoga classes can just search her on Instagram. That is Zarminah Taimoor. I'll just put it up on screen once again for the spelling as well. Here you can see that, and you can just join her simply, and be a better version of yourself by doing yoga. And at the same time, we try to spread some awareness. It's very important, to do yoga, especially for pregnant women. It really helps with their health and with their babies as well. So we try to create some awareness today in the session. I hope you liked it. At the same time, you can always give us your feedback in the comments. You can let us know on what topics do you want to see our live sessions in the future, and what kind of guests you want to see at live sessions in the future. Down below here, you can see our details. That's our WhatsApp number for queries: 0306 224 8363. Our email address, that is admissions@greenwich.edu.pk, and you can visit our website, greenwich.university. The fall semester admissions are open, so you can explore all the fields which has BBA, MBA. We started B.Ed, or for all the people who wants to get into education. B.Ed is a wonderful opportunity. We have flat 50% off for all the teachers who wants to do B.Ed, and that's a wonderful initiative that Greenwich has started. You can also get into literature, media, economics, finance, lots of things. And for that, you have to visit greenwich.university. उसी के साथ उमर खान को दीजिए इजाजत. I'll be back tomorrow with another session with another guest. Until next time, stay safe, keep smiling, stay positive, not corona positive, but positive in life. Until next time, Pakistan Zindabad.